Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? The council is back with another podcast, episode 85. No more Gamescom with a question mark. We will be talking about, Gamescom and, these companies not participating as far as having the conference in there a little bit later. But just want to welcome all the first-time listeners to the Council Podcast. We are a conversational podcast where we talk about the games that we are playing throughout the week. Because at the end of the day, we are gamers that play games. Also, we're going to be talking about the very sparse news week that we had for PlayStation this week. And I don't know if we're going to have a topic because, we're going to be talking about Gamescom and a certain thing that happened or said about PlayStation strategy with my man Phil Spencer. So that might turn into like a topic or so. So we shall see. We shall see. But like all podcasts, matter of fact, before we get into the introductions, I just want to let everybody know that the Street Fighter V tournament once again will be happening August 19th. And we'll start around 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Once again, if you guys just want to come through and watch the live stream of the tournament, you guys can do so. There will be prizes being given away during the live streams throughout the weekend. This tournament is going to last from the 19th to the Sunday, 11 p.m., just like the last tournament that we had. And throughout the whole weekend, there will be prizes given away as far as games. We might be having PSN cards being given away, stuff like that will be given away. And if you guys watched the previous live stream or, anybody that did watch the previous live stream, they can attest to it that there will be games being given away during this stream. Also, want to let everybody know, make sure you tune in to whatsupplaystation.com. That's the council's website where we give you guys the PlayStation news. Try to pump out the news for you guys, let you know our thoughts, and and the news that comes out for PlayStation. But yo, let's get right into the introduction. Yo, big shout out to everybody that's in the live chat right now. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for coming once again. Listening to us for another week of the Council Podcast. But yo, let's get right into the introductions. I don't want to hold my homegirl Crunk Girl 7-Eleven up. But yo, Crunk, what's good?
Yo, I'm hot as a motherfucker, bro. God damn.
Humid, right?
Air went out on me today, man.
Oh.
But it's all good though. I got a little spiced up before the podcast, but it's all good though. What am I playing right now? I've been on my sports games this week most. I wasn't on Technomaster this week. I think I was on one day this week, and then I went to my Madden and my 2K. I just felt like playing that. But yeah, man, I've been playing my Ultimate Team and my career mostly this week, just because for one, I only got like less than a month for Madden, the new Madden come out, so just sharpening up my skills a little bit before that come out.
Yeah, I hear that.
Pretty much it. I think 2K don't come out till like September, I think. So October, something like that. I know it's September or October, one or the other. But Technomaster, I'll probably try to hop back on that the weekend. Cause I'm like over halfway done with it. I'm like on chapter 3, and it's only 4 chapters in the game, so I know I'm almost done. I've been putting that work in though.
Hold on 1 second.
What else?
Messaging me. But yeah, man. I'm surprised that you're not playing Technomancer. You was on that.
No, I mean, Madden. I just felt like playing it, so I put Technomancer down for a little bit. But I'm gonna pick it back up this weekend, though.
Okay, so you're trying to say that Madden is more important than Technomancer?
Yeah, I got a couple of weeks, and then after that, the new Madden coming out, so I had to. Cause you can't. It's just like Street Fighter. You can play that joint for 2 or 3 months, and then when you put it down and you know what I'm saying, you put it down for something a little bit like Star Ocean, something like that, and then you put it down and pick it back up, you'd be a little rusty. So I'll probably be a little rusty, but I'm gonna try to finish it.
So you trying to say that you're a dude girl gamer?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I was asking. You
All
got to get
these
an attitude.
motherfuckers out here that want to talk that shit, you can get your ass tapped. It don't matter.
Mm,
Unlike some of y'all, we do play these games out here.
mm. You?
And we throw that shade too for all the people who want to fucking listen. I know y'all out there.
You already know.
We throw challenges, but dudes don't wanna play no games. They want to talk about them now.
I mean, they got to fix their PC, man. You know what I mean? But yo, let's move it along, man. Crunk, you done?
I'm done, man. I'm done. These cats out here wild. I'm done though.
Yo, Michy, right in the sand. I hope the wind doesn't blow for eternity.
What up? First off, can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Good. Star Ocean is trash.
Whoa!
I said it. This game is fucking horrible.
Hold on, Michy. Now you're being a little too disrespectful right now.
I'm sorry. Let me be nicer. Hi, everyone. My name's Michy Battle. Star Ocean is trash. Thank you. Is that better?
I was a little better.
Okay. Now that I got that out the way, shout out to my beautiful wife who is currently in the chat, speaking to everybody and getting the baby bottle warm. Somebody
Michy,
might.
let's be honest now, Michy. That is not your wife. That is a bot that I placed there. I bought that bot, and
yeah, I'm not real either. I'm not even part of this podcast. I'm like a randomly generated AI that was paid for by your sponsors at J Barry Incorporated, where we buy subs and we buy people for the podcast.
It's like you got about 88,000 subs, but you getting about 3,000 views. You know, we know you out here buying subs, dude. We know it. We know it.
Yeah.
Yo, big shout out real quick to my man Chopper Guy. Yo, my man Chopper Guy, faithful. He come in here, he let everybody know what he does on his channel. So yo, please subscribe to my man Chopper Guy. It would be greatly appreciated if you guys do.
Yeah, let's see. What have I been playing this week besides this trash that is Star Ocean that I've been playing today? Final Fantasy 14, of course, one of the best games ever made. I've been on Madden myself. Madden, it's almost Madden time. You're getting that itch, and you can't put you have to play something with football on it.
I told you. So see,
I'd be at work playing Tecmo Bowl on the emulator at work when I can't get to Madden.
Oh, Tecmo Bowl though? Okay.
Yep.
Some cats might not know what that is.
My boss walked by and saw me playing Tecmo Bowl. He was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Put that on my computer later." So yeah.
Hold on. So you rather play Tecmo Bowl than Pokemon Go?
Yes.
Disrespect. The disrespect.
No. Pokemon Go is going to get somebody killed.
Yeah, yo, driving from work
home
today, I seen a group of kids, matter of fact, they were playing Pokemon Go. You could tell too, because they were trying to catch somebody, so they're swiping up to flick the ball. I'm like, we already know what they playing.
I'm driving home. I look on the cars on the side of me, and I see people swiping up on their phone. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. People driving 35 on the freeway slowing down because there's Pokemon in their area. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Pokemon Go's gonna get somebody killed. I've been on Street Fighter a little bit.
Oh!
Shout out to Balrog. The most hated player in the game right now, but everybody loves to use him. I don't understand it. Been on Guilty Gear, which I think is a better game.
Whoa!
But I understand why people don't play Guilty Gear. I understand because a lot of us don't have the mental capacity.
You already know Guilty Gear is that type of fighter that people will buy. They'll play it, get their ass beat, and they're like, you know what? I don't like this game.
Yeah, like I've heard people say Street Fighter's casual, and I see why they say that because they've tried Guilty Gear.
Yeah, people say that.
But later on tonight, I will be on Call of Duty to enjoy the new maps with the wife. I've been playing Hawken. If you're not at least level 10, I'm kicking you off my friends list.
Facts.
And that's probably it for right now.
Yeah, I still haven't started Hawking yet.
Don't worry, you'll start.
The thing is, too, I got Killstrain to play. Yo, there's just too many damn games, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah. But that's it for me.
That's
yeah, shout out to my wife again. I just want to shout her out, you know.
Timbo on the track. Yo, big shout out to Timbo, man, too, man. I'll explain later when I talk about the games I've been playing, because this was literally a game this morning, and it was it was funny as hell, yo. But yo, Persona, keep it so NY, keep it so NY like them boys that made PlayStation.
Yo, what's good?
You might as well not even pause, dude. You might as well just let us.
Yeah, I tried to outweight this dude, man. And they just won't eat. What? Yo, watch one podcast. I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. Watch.
They gonna be like, yo, what the hell's happening?
Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Persona, Persona_Gaming YT, and the council, and what's up, PlayStation.com. And well, we ain't got no guests, matter of fact. Never mind. Shout out to the council members, man. Michy, Bari, Kev, you know, all y'all is not but love. Shout out to the council members that couldn't be here. Shout out to my bros Nicodemus X and Demi. Check out their channels, DemiGodReviews and Nicodemus X. Big shout out to Miss Choco Dancer, a newly formed friend that is definitely an awesome person. She definitely supports the council. So big shout out to her. And shout out to everybody else in the chat, you know, that comes through and, you know, that supports the council and actually subscribes to Bari's channel. That gave him this wonderful 1,000 subs.
Listen, I don't have subscribers now.
You know, I forgot you bought them subs. What are you talking about?
Yes.
And, you know, all that good stuff. But, yeah. So, me, I'm not a gamer. I don't play games according to some people, so I haven't played any games.
Whoa!
Facts.
Nah, but this week has actually been a really heavy week game-wise. First and foremost, I played the greatest multiplayer game to come out this gen, Uncharted 4 multiplayer.
Already know.
Uncharted 4 multiplayer, the greatest multiplayer to come out this gen. Then I played the second greatest multiplayer to come out this gen, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Played the new maps. I'm feeling those maps. I'm feeling that raid imitation on Empire is definitely dope. I like how they built it up real nice. I like all the maps except for that Demolition Derby map. I don't like that map at all. I just can't get jiggy with that map. But the other maps I do like, I do enjoy. I will be, you know, I'll definitely be playing some more COD this weekend for sure on the new map. So be on the lookout for those streams. I also have been playing the Warriors because, you know, one of my favorite games of all time is on PlayStation 4, so, you know, I got to play it. I've also been playing Star Ocean 5, level grinding, playing through the story and all that good stuff. I actually am, like, right now, I'm actually into the game now, as in, like, you know, I'm starting to, like, you know, grasp the story, grasp the concept of everything that needs to be done and all that good stuff, and I actually like the game. I really do like it. I still, you know, still things I got to get, more characters I got to get and all that stuff, but I will be definitely sitting down this weekend to play that in depth. And last but not least, I've been playing Street Fighter 5. I actually been on Street Fighter 5 a lot this week. I trained a little bit with Laura, picking her up as a new main. I'm going to hang up Mika for a little bit. Shout out to Bari for the suggestion. I definitely do. I'm definitely feeling her. I'm definitely feeling her a lot. So I'm going to definitely try to build a regimen, training regimen and whatnot for her. And yeah, I think that's all I've really been playing this week. Like I said, you know, it's a pretty heavy week for gaming. I still got to play Grand Kingdom, which I'll probably jump into this weekend. And that's it, man. Looking forward to a good podcast.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, that's definitely a lot of games. Definitely a lot of games. But yeah, man, Mr. Official VG.
What's going on, world? PlayStation Nation. It is your fine, upstanding citizen of Chicago, or Evanston.
Hold on. You just came in here like you on a jazz radio station or something. You know what I'm saying? We need to put some pep in that step. We need to put some oomph in that voice. And let's go, Mr. Official. I know you just came home from work and you're tired and you want to go.
I'm very tired.
But the Council podcast for the PlayStation Nation shall be televised. We bash Xbox a little bit. Needs to be done.
Yeah. I don't really have no bashing to do, but pretty much what all have I been playing this week? Pretty much the same old same, man. Star Ocean, which is, you know, a pretty alright game. I enjoy it, unlike others in here. You know, shout out to Michy for keeping us motivated to keep enjoying the game. I've been getting my practice on with Ibuki. For those who sub to me, y'all already know I've been having battle lounges. Shout out to K Mega. Even though we haven't fought, I'm patiently waiting for those drivers to get fixed so we can have our battle lounge match. So, you know, when that happens, you know, I'll be looking forward to it. Nah, not yet. But shout out to K Mega, man.
Nah, you know, we got to shout out Kid Smooth, man, because Kid Smooth, he had to reset his drivers with Street Fighter V. He came in the lobby perfectly fine on PC.
He really did. He was in there fighting, playing just like the rest of us.
Really did.
Him and the other dude is in Bang Bang. What's his name? Oren, Alfonso, or Lorenzo, something. I can't think of his full name.
Oren.
Yeah, because he was playing through PC too.
You see that? No issues.
Why not? Yeah.
You think somebody's lying?
I don't know, man. But yeah, I've been playing.
Screw it, I think so.
I've been playing Star Ocean, Street Fighter, and Uncharted 4. That's pretty much been a rotation, man. I've been kind of stuck on those 3 games. Level grinding on Star Ocean, I am, level 72 and whatnot. Although I had to go back because my power went out when I was streaming Friday. And, yeah. That was really bad, so I pretty much had to start back. Man, you think it's bad for me. The wife, she's at level 99, but she didn't get a chance to save when the power went out. Because she been, you know, putting it on rest mode.
Mm-hmm.
So, me and her pretty much at the same level now. So,
that's that good old RPG struggle sometimes, man.
Yeah, got to remember to save. You know what I'm saying? Well, who knew the power would have went out? So, it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. I haven't really dropped any commentary video because a lot of the trash I see in the YouTube streets has not been worth commenting. So I just been gaming and enjoying myself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I haven't been doing that many commentary videos myself. I just been posting up like purely gameplay so far. But I definitely wanted to do some more commentary videos, but you know, it just get busy sometimes, man. Just with personal stuff, you know what I mean? But with that being said, the games that I've been playing, definitely Street Fighter V. I've been playing that. You guys see the live stream, or you know, just random little matches I've been doing with Street Fighter V. I've been playing Guilty Gear as well. Got my ass beat playing some ranked matches on Guilty Gear. Like, man, I definitely need to learn Guilty Gear over again, especially online, man. This Faust player sauced me up, bruh. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like Faust. But with that being said, I am using a different character playing Guilty. I'm not using Milia. So, you know, that's the struggle of learning a new character sometimes. So good luck, Persona, with that. But also, Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, I'm playing the new multiplayer map packs. And, yo, I definitely like the Descent map pack. Definitely good 4 maps. At first, I didn't really like Rumble, but after playing it over and over, I got used to the routes and what, you know, where to go and all that stuff, you know, to cut people off. So definitely liking that map a lot more than I did when I first played it on the game. But you guys can check that out as well in the live stream. Star Oceans, of course, been playing that. I've been playing Uncharted, the multiplayer, having a ball playing the multiplayer. I'm going to have some gameplay of that being posted real soon. I did play Fury. I started Fury this week as well. Matter of fact, the weekend I started it, and I did get past the first boss. And you know, I put it down for a second, like, woo, you know what I'm saying, this game right here. But I'm definitely going to be getting back into that Fury, playing that. And I also re-downloaded Drawn to Death, because I'm going to be getting back into that, playing that game as well. So I'm probably going to be live streaming that probably soon. I don't know about this weekend, because this weekend is Evo. So I don't know. I might just be playing Star Oceans this weekend, but we'll see. But yo, also another game I've been playing is these pranks. Yo, big shout out to Timbo on the track, Michy. Michy was definitely late with it, but you know, he was definitely somebody that I thought of, no homo, when I was thinking about this prank. But yo, Timbo is definitely like, if you want to do a prank or you know, want to troll, definitely Timbo is the person to go to, because she's down for a good prank. You know what I'm saying? But yo, the council, man, my bad, yo. Y'all don't be mad at me. Yo, too funny, man. Maybe I should talk about that another time. But let's get into this. These news articles. Not that much news this week. This week has definitely have been a dry week, especially you know for the council podcast, because we cover mainly just PlayStation news. You know, we can talk about all the news that happened around Pokemon Go, because that was like the it thing to talk about this week. You know, the Pokemon Go, popularity is real crazy out here in these gaming streets. Even though I've been playing it as well at work. Yeah, I've been walking around the office, people like, what the hell are you playing? Well, some people know what I'm playing. A lot of people actually know what I'm playing, and they've been playing it as well. You know what I mean? I got my Pikachu finally, but then I got put down when I posted up. I finally caught Pikachu, and people have been posting their high level ass Pikachus and side ducks and gold ducks. I'm like, God damn. You know what I mean? They couldn't even let me rock for 2 minutes, man. No, I'm joking, man. But yo, sorry about that. But let's get into the news, and let's talk about this No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky has a new trailer, guys, and within this trailer, they let you know everything you need to know about this game and everything that you will be doing in this game. And I know there's going to be people that will watch this trailer and still have the question like, I don't even know what you do in the game. Because for how long they've been promoting this game, I've been knew what you had to do, what's the goal, the things that you got to do in the game to stay alive and all that stuff. But for some reason, hardcore gamers, they don't know what the hell they got to do within the game, which is kind of surprising to me. So this trailer explains that you will be exploring, you will be trading, you will be fighting, and you will have to survive between all these planets. They said that you can go between countless of planets, but in this world is boundless, unlimited. You can do whatever you want as far as traveling to planet to planet, but within the game, by traveling to planet to planet, you definitely need the requirements. Like you need a proper suit, or you need the ship requirements of traveling to this galaxy or whatever galaxy. You know what I mean? So you definitely need to build up, level up or whatever, level up your guns, your suit, your armor, your ship, so you can definitely travel to different areas. So if you guys didn't see the trailer, make sure you go and watch the trailer. It is really good. I'll probably do a screen share real quick of how it looks. But did anybody see this trailer?
I didn't get a chance to look at it. I wanted to, but I hadn't had a chance to. It's hard to be a working gamer. Some people don't believe we do that, and we have jobs. But the game is dope. And for all the people that say they don't know what they're doing on the game, they just looking at it. You don't know what you're doing on most games, but you're happy for them. So just be happy for the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely liking this game, man. It looks dope. It looks something that I will play. It might not be something that you will be playing like for constant hours. You might pick it up every day or every other day, see where you can try to go or see where you can try to travel and stuff like that. But that's what I think the game is meant to be like. You know what I mean? It's gonna last a very long time, but you're not gonna be sitting there for 16 hours. You know what I mean? Playing it if you have other games to play as well. But what's your thoughts, Kev or Jaleesa? Are they there?
I'm buying it anyway, so I don't I don't really need to see too much. But I've always been interested in the game, hype for it. I'm just kind of like now at a point where I don't want to know too much about the game anyway. Like the initial idea, and from what I've seen from both times when we was at PSX, I'm already sold. So, as I know, as vague as it may sound, like, I mean, take my money, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, because they really haven't like told you like story aspects within the game, but they're telling you all the things that you're going to be doing within the game, and I think that's fine. You know what I mean? But Jaleesa, what's your thoughts?
Man, unlike some folks, we could give a damn about reviews or opinions. If we're gonna go buy a game, we gonna buy it regardless. So I'm gonna wait on it. I may not buy it day one, but I'm gonna just check y'all live streams and stuff like that, and check videos and stuff like that, and I'll make my decision probably that week if I go buy it or not. It's not like a game where I'm like, oh, I gotta go buy it, but I want to check it out because unlike some people, I don't want to judge the game. You know what I'm saying? Before it even drops, we don't know what you're doing. Well, shit, people really don't know what you're doing in Minecraft either, but people love it.
Yes, they do.
People love a game that has an end game, and not all games are meant to be that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You remember the phrase where people say, "As long as the game is fun."
Yeah, right.
Like
on that game because it's something that they don't get, they don't want to get, and then if it gets great reviews, then they're gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Nah, they won't, because then they'll start saying, "Oh, Sony paid for those reviews."
Or it's
Yeah,
biased.
they might say that too. Even if it gets bad reviews, people are still gonna buy that damn game. Man, that collector's edition was flying on Amazon.
Yo, and I like the soundtrack to this game. Ever since the first PSX when they had a little concert, yo, that joint got me like in a trance, yo, with that soundtrack.
Yo, imagine being there, man.
Right.
When Kevin Cece was there, we seen that. Yo, like the display and just how they had it was just 10
Beautiful.
out of 10 for me, man. That within itself had me like, yo. But go ahead, my fault. I don't want to cut nobody off. My fault.
Nah, you good.
All right. As far as No Man's Sky goes, like Kev, I was hyped for this since 2014, for real. Like when I first seen the concept and the idea of what Hello Games wanted to do, I was already hyped. Like, yo, this is dope. I definitely want, I want it. I want this. This is the game that I want. Seeing the presentation and the passion in those dudes' eyes whenever we was all at PSX, and seeing how much they wanted to really provide a different experience to the gamer on PlayStation, I was like, yo, I'm all for this. And then seeing everything now, it just solidifies even more how much I want this game. So regardless of what anybody says, regardless of what the reviews may say, I got the limited edition PS4 version pre-ordered, and I got the PC Collector's Edition with the ship on pre-order.
Yo,
so,
the limited edition version for PS4 that comes with a soundtrack, right?
I think it comes with steelbook, art book, and I think a soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, cause I think I've seen that because that's the reason why I pre-ordered it, because I wanted the soundtrack.
Yeah, it should have the soundtrack, but that within itself is the reason why, like the support for the game is gonna be had over here on my end. You feel me? So I can't wait.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that like those type of space explorer games, so it's going to be supported. I think No Man's Sky is going to sell well too, and it's coming out at a better time in my opinion, because when it was initially supposed to come out, May or June.
June.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of other games coming out, honestly, that I was going to play first, because I was going to play Star Ocean before that. I was going to play a lot of Guilty Gear before that. So August is a perfect time in my opinion. What I mean, especially early August to come out. I'm about to look at the pre-order on the digital side real quick. But yeah,
for sure.
No Man's Sky gonna be fire, man. Definitely gonna be live streaming that up
Oh
hard
yeah.
body.
I think that's a good. You know what though? Also, looking at like the different environments that they've shown in like the like the gameplay trailers and all that good stuff. You know, it does look like they did put some thought in making the environments different. Like every gameplay scenario I've seen, the environment didn't look the same. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how these planets are when it comes to really, really getting in the nitty-gritty of exploring everything.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, it's procedural generated, so it's taking a lot of the same stuff, but it's just mixing it up. But from what I'm hearing with the game is just the algorithms with the game is just so good. That's why you're seeing everything just looks so different on each planet like that. You know.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that I can't wait to see. And something that I'm going to be live streaming when it comes out for sure.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
But yo, let's move on to this because this is actually the title of the podcast. It's about Gamescom, and so far we know that Sony, EA, and Microsoft has confirmed that they're not holding a Gamescom press conference this year. I think this is like the second year that Sony hasn't done a conference. This is also, I think, the second year Microsoft hasn't done one. I think they did one like a private show for what you call it, the press last year. Is that true or no?
No, they didn't have any
Nah,
type of show. They just had a presence.
Yeah, last
It
year
was-
they had
it
a
was-
show floor.
it
They
was-
was on the show floor. There wasn't.
I thought they
actual
had
show
like
or
a
anything.
private show one of these years for Gamescom. It wasn't like something that was televised throughout everything, but it was like a private show. I don't remember.
I don't think that was last year. No.
Okay,
I think that might have been the year before.
so that's 2 years that Microsoft didn't have a Gamescom conference.
Oh, you talking about Microsoft? I thought you were talking about Sony. You know, Microsoft had a show last year.
Oh, they
Last
did?
year,
They showed Quantum Break, right?
Yeah, they showed Quantum Break, Crackdown.
Yeah, they had a show last year.
Scalebound.
Okay,
Yeah, they had
okay.
a show last year. This is
Because last year is
Microsoft's
when they
first.
actually showed like the physics and all that stuff with Crackdown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they
That's
actually
true.
showed gameplay
Yeah,
for
they actually-
Scalebound last year
That's when
too.
Scalebound first dropped. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So yeah, this
after
is
that,
going to
when
be
shit else.
this is going to be the first year they don't have a conference. But I
Yeah.
know one of the years they had like a private conference where it wasn't shown. I don't know if that was a year where the Xbox just came out, but I remember that where it was like this private show, and it wasn't like a public show, but we had to tune into these news sites just to get the news.
I think wasn't it that year where it was pushing FIFA and it didn't even sell good on the console that year? I'm trying to think because it wasn't the year they showed Tomb Raider. It wasn't that year.
Wasn't that year.
Was it? I'm trying to think. Was it the year before that or the year after that? Because I'm trying to think. Did they show Tomb Raider in 2013 or 2014?
I think that might have
Nah,
been
they
2014.
showed Tomb Raider 2014.
So it might have been.
So it's 2013 then. It's
Yeah, it might have been 2013 because it wasn't 2014 because that had to be when Tomb Raider was shown.
Yeah, it's 2013. But yeah, so what's up with these companies not having a conference? Because now even EA, this is surprising because EA has a huge audience.
That
The fact that FIFA
is weird.
So they're not having a conference this year. So
That's weird. But I'm there. I think they're gonna still be there. But I got a feeling a lot of these developers blew their load at E3, and there's too many shows to have something in every single show.
Man, look, y'all know the fanboy answer. Everybody's broke. Sony's broke. Microsoft going broke. And we all know EA ain't making no money off their games. So why do it? They can do their own stuff for cheaper.
Microsoft said that they're going to have like a fan fest for the people that that can, I guess, like E3. They had like a little fan fest thing. So they're going to have that for Gamescom people, I guess.
Yeah, they're also going to be passing around a hat trying to collect tides when the disciples of Xbox come up there to the conference. So yeah, feel free to give them your donations because they can't afford to have a conference. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So without Microsoft having a Gamescom conference, what other events that they're gonna do for their fans throughout the year.
Any events for the rest because they don't go to Paris Games Week, they don't go to Tokyo Game Show. Are they gonna have something like PSX? I don't think so, but they may. I don't know. Because unlike Microsoft, Sony has other shows.
Also, unlike Microsoft, Sony has other games.
Like PAX, I'm trying to think. Like, so I know they go to San Diego Comic Con. I know Microsoft is usually there.
Yeah, but that more so is geared like the Comic Cons. Yes, games are there.
Yeah, but it's not
the
like
main
a
focus
conference.
is the main
More-
focus
it's
is
more about
comics.
themes. Only people I think who really take the Comic Con serious are the cats that make Borderlands, because they usually show their new Borderlands games at PAX every time they come out. That's how I know if Borderlands 3 come out next year, it'll be at PAX first. You'll hear about it at PAX first. Because Borderlands 2, Borderlands pre-sequel, and the first Borderlands were all showed at first at PAX, not at E3.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, it's getting ridiculous. I think it's kind of messed up in a way that yeah, I know Sony's gonna have other conferences, but at least have something for the European audience.
I don't think the European audience. I think they're gonna be there. That's why they're doing Paris Games Week.
Yeah, that's true, but Paris Games Week isn't as big as.
It isn't, but they made it. They're making it bigger.
Well, why is everybody pulling away from Gamescom as far as?
Now that I don't know,
I think the reason for that
they pull in more people than E3 does.
I was gonna say I think with I don't know. I think with Gamescom, the stage isn't as like Gamescom is huge, but I still feel E3 that stage still is bigger and it resonates better and it reaches more people. That's right before summer pops. Everybody's trying to see what's happening before the holidays, all that good stuff. I think E3 that's the center stage. And with Gamescom, well, it's kind of also what Jaleesa said too, with as far as like, I think both companies, honestly, kind of just, they went all out. Especially with Sony, because, some of them games, they could have definitely saved for Gamescom and would have been like, whoa. Especially like some of those like Vita titles or whatever.
Games, though. I think they got other titles that are coming this year that'll appeal to the European audience more. But I'm trying to remember, is Gran Turismo having its own some type of show before it drops in November? Because I'm trying to think, does it usually do that when they drop it? Because they're gonna build up hype before November for Gran Turismo in Europe. Because if it comes out in November, they're gonna push the shit out of that. I'm trying to think what. If Gamescom is there, they're gonna show Gran Turismo there. They're gonna have to. That's their biggest market. Which is why I'm confused. I don't know if Gran Turismo is ready to show, but it should be because that's the biggest market. That would be the best time to show it. Either that or Paris Games Week.
Yeah, Gran Turismo definitely had its own show before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was wondering had it ever had its own show and didn't need like a Gamescom or something like that to actually push it.
Yeah. But I know I understand all the other conferences and all that stuff, but I just find it weird that they're pulling away from Gamescom, which is considered, as far as the audience, the biggest conference of the year. But it is usually like the second biggest conference as far as like the public eye, as far as how gamers view things. The second biggest conference of the year. But it seems like that's being pushed away as each year goes by with these companies. Because I can see Sony, I can see Microsoft might not be doing a show, but then you have EA. Then it's probably going to be the other companies that's going to pull away as well. Because if one does something, the other is going to follow suit, in my opinion. But I just find it kind of weird for them to do it. But they are going to have like booths and stuff there, but it's still kind of disappointing that it's not a show. Because there's plenty of games they can show. Because remember that other Gamescom where they showed the Wild, they showed the other game. There's plenty of European studios that is working on PS4 or Xbox games. So it's kind of shocking that they're not having a actual conference, even though it might be stuff that's shown again from E3, but it's still some of that European audience might have missed that. I don't know. But it's weird, man.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel E3, TGS, and PSX, like, that's good right there. I mean, like, that right there is just enough to be like, yo, like, they got a lot of conferences, and then the PAXs and the you know, the little smaller shows and things like that.
Yeah, but them shows don't bring in the viewership like a Gamescom. I think what they need to do is move Gamescom's date because it's a little too close. So that's probably might be the issue.
Move it where though?
I don't know.
So because September is TGS, October is Paris Games Week, and then December is PSX. So, you know, June is E3. You take and then Evo's July. The only place you can put Gamescom is in August.
Yeah, Gamescom is always, I think it's the second week of August.
Yeah, like you really can't put Gamescom nowhere else.
Because there's gonna be because I'm trying to think after E3, all of them shows be coming back to back to back. Because you got PAX East and you got New York City Comic Con. Most of that stuff is for third party and for TV shows. Then you got what else is there? The one they have in Vegas for the not the developers, but where they show PlayStation Vue for the first time. And then it cools down for a couple of months. And then it's E3, Gamescom, Paris Games Week, Tokyo Game Show, and then PSX at the end of the year. And then you got your San Diego Comic Cons in the middle of that. You got what else? I know Nintendo does outside shows too. They were at where were they at last year? They was at a weird place last year, and me and Neil was trying to figure out why in the hell did they even go there.
Well, Paris Games Week?
No, it was like, where did they go? I can't remember. It was an odd ass place they went, and I had never even heard of the venue, ever even heard of the actual place. Cause I remember Malik, for a lot of people, a lot of people may know who that is from YouTube. I'm cool with him, and he had to go to that, and they decided to go to that instead of another. Like, it was a bigger event. If it wasn't last year, it was the year before. But I'm pretty sure it might have been last year. They went to another event. They didn't go to I think it was Gamescom? It was a bigger event, and they chose to go to the weirdest place in America. I can't even remember the name of the actual place. But it's weird, but it ain't weird about some of these, like EA and all of them dropping out. Now that's weird. I would think EA would really want to be there because FIFA is freaking huge in Europe.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I saw EA, I'm like, oh, that's whoa.
Maybe they think they don't need Gamescom because FIFA's gonna sell itself, or maybe they blew their load and they're, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to show anything.
Maybe they're gonna offer FIFA 16 to every EA Access subscriber.
I mean, FIFA's gonna sell.
It's already there, if I'm not mistaken.
FIFA,
the new FIFA.
I'm telling y'all that, like, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. They don't have to say shit about FIFA, but once a year, and then people will buy it over there in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I know. I got family members that is addicted to FIFA. That's all they play is FIFA. FIFA and COD.
I'm in South Carolina with a bunch of, like, in my neighborhood, it's a bunch of Africans. And them mofos play the shit out of FIFA. They play FIFA hard body. They play FIFA in real life. They be out there playing soccer like a mofo. Every year they be on there, like.
You know, back in my heyday, when they used to call me Ronaldinho, you know, I used to play a little. You know what I mean? Cause I'm a yachty, so you know, soccer or football is in our DNA. But I don't play no more. But my cousins, my family, oh my God, you can't take them off them sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I just don't get EA dropping out. Sony, they really don't need Gamescom. They showed that last year they really didn't need it. Microsoft, they actually, I think this would have benefited them more than Sony.
Yeah, anything can benefit Microsoft. They
No,
need
I
all
mean
that.
just saying in Europe they're not doing, you know what I'm saying, like what I think they should be. That's really why they're actually losing it is Europe. Like Europe is a place where they need to catch up. So I would be thinking they would be out there, especially when they have the marketing with FIFA over there in Europe. And then they have marketing for a couple other games that sell well over there in Europe too. So, and then they even did Tomb Raider, you know what I'm saying? That was a huge, big bomb. So I'm guessing both people just blew their loads at E3. And it was like, F it, we gonna roll it, whatever we got, we gonna show it right now. But the thing is, Sony has other shows though. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get
No.
it. EA threw me for a curveball. I don't get why they
It's
did.
a weird move. It's like if they were to come out and say that they're not doing E3 no more. You know what I mean? People are like, what? So imagine people that live in Europe and they're hearing this news again. I'm like, what? How the hell are you not doing a conference or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't get that move. I don't. EA threw it for like a loop.
But we shall see. Gamescom is very soon. It's going to be in August. But you know what we'll be playing? No Man's Sky and King of Fighters. Just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. But let's move along because if you guys didn't know, I'm going to let you know right now that Killstrain is out for PS Plus members. If you guys haven't played Killstrain yet, this is a free-to-play game from Sony Santa Monica or San Diego Studios. Yeah, San Diego Studios.
No, it's San Diego.
Yeah, where it's a MOBA type S game. You know what I mean? It's like a 3 versus 2 versus 3 type game. You know, you can turn on your teammates in between the game. You know, if you do so, like you can turn into a mutant and turn on your team, and that team that had 3 people can end up having 2 people because you left. And, you know what I mean? It can definitely change the tides as far as how the game goes. But the game is a free-to-play game. It's one of those games I think Sony's like testing out with their free-to-play model. You know, like Guns Up, you have Killstrain, and you have Drawn to Death. So there's a lot of free-to-play games here on PlayStation, and just letting you guys know, it's available now for PS Plus members, but when it does become available towards everybody, you don't need PlayStation Plus to play this game. Once again, I repeat, you do not need PlayStation Plus to play a free-to-play game on PlayStation 4. Free-to-play is really free-to-play on PlayStation. Just letting you guys know, because a lot of people can get that little misconstrued where they probably think they need PlayStation Plus to play online for a free-to-play game. If you just play free-to-play games, then you know you might not need Plus. I know I have a friend, he hasn't renewed his Plus because all he plays is Warframe. Every time I'm online, I see him playing Warframe, but he don't need Plus. He's playing that online with his people. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need Plus to play a free-to-play game on PlayStation 4. Just letting you guys know. Also, Overwatch has a new character. Overwatch is still a game that I play time to time, and there's a new character that's been introduced. It's a sniper called Ana. Her abilities is a biotic rifle, so she's pretty much like a sniper / support type character. Ana, she shoots her rifle dart, and it can restore the health to her allies or deal ongoing damage to her enemies. So that biotic rifle is very dangerous to your enemies, but it's also very helpful towards your teammates. Also, she has a sleep dart where she fires this dart from her sidearm that it can render the enemy unconscious. You know what I mean? And I see, if you guys watch the trailer, you can see that she was about to get high mooned by McCree, and she turned around and put him to sleep. You know what I mean? Also, she has the bionic grenade, where she tosses this bomb that deals damage to enemies, and heals allies in a small area of effect. So it does have an AOE when it comes to your allies and the healing factor with it. But what the key thing about her, she can heal people, but she also does damage to people that's not on the team. And then last but not least, she has nano boost. I think this is her her ultimate, I mean, where Anna hits one of her teammates with a combat boost. They temporarily move faster, do more damage, and take less damage from enemy attacks. Like I said, you got a sniper that's also a support character, and that is Anna. But how do you guys feel about this that do play Overwatch? Is this a cool character that you guys might use?
Yeah, definitely. I like her abilities and how she is. So I could definitely see myself trying her out to see how she how she plays in the battlefield or whatnot. But she definitely does seem balanced. When it comes to like the different game modes, or like if you need to like turn the tides, you get what I mean? Like you losing and you need. Your team needs support, but you also want to still do damage and be effective. She seems like she's good at doing both, almost like an aged 76 type character.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, when she comes out she's out now for PC people. I think it's like some type of little beta program or something that PC has, or public test realm on PC where they can try it out. But for PlayStation and Xbox, she will be coming soon. Blizzard will be announcing it very soon when she actually drops. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, I'm not too much of the support type players on Overwatch due to the fact that they don't really do too many damage as far as if you're in a situation where you got to handle yourself with enemies. So this character seems more something down my alley because she got the range attacks where she can deal damage, but she can also heal. If I want to chill and stay back, I can throw support to teammates. So it's definitely a good balance in my opinion. We'll see how she is when she's actually on the battlefield, like Persona said, though. But yeah, Overwatch still a fun game in my opinion. I know a lot of people complain that it's not worth $60. That's the new hype that everybody always says, that if a game is single player only, it's not worth $60. If a game is multiplayer only, it's not worth $60.
If a game is only 6 gigs, it ain't worth $60.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's gotta be 20 gigs. It's gotta be 20 gigs or more.
I fucking heard all week. I said, these mofos gotta be kidding me.
Why y'all ain't remind me, man? With that,
I forgot. I just remembered it.
South Park is like one of the best games I played in a long freaking time, and that joint is nowhere near 20 gigabytes. That joint shits on AAA 50 gig games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It do. It don't matter.
Well, Overwatch is 30 gigs, so it passed the test.
It passed.
It's worth 60.
But yeah, Overwatch
is 30 gigs of trash. I said it.
Nah, Overwatch. You know what?
I don't think I'm into the shooters right now.
The problem with Overwatch is the lack of game modes. Like when it comes to Overwatch, it's not. It's like a dumbed down game. You don't really gotta think too much when you're playing. Even with the objective-based modes, it's like you can go in there with just straight DPS style characters and just pretty much run the map. Because like Barry said, the healers, they're effective in some instances, but they're not effective. Like even their heals aren't that effective. It's like, why am I healing you if he can out damage my heals for you? It's like, what's the point?
My issue on the console side, because I heard this is not a real issue on the PC side. The console side is just you can pick unlimited amount of players. Well, you can do it on PC as well, but you can pick as many Treyborns or Bastions, you know what I'm saying, on the team. I think they should limit that to like you can only pick 2 of each of the same characters on the team, because it can be annoying just fighting against 4 Treyborns and 2 Bastions. You know what I'm saying? Especially on a mode where you gotta defend. So they need to balance that aspect. And I agree with Persona what he said with the modes. They need some more modes, but they should let you pick the mode instead of us randomizing the mode, as you know what I mean, as far as you can prepare a little better sometimes. I know you can do it in the beginning of the match, but it just feels like you have the choice, the option to actually vote on what you actually want to play the next match up. You know what I'm saying? I think they should do that as well.
I would like to thank you guys for agreeing with me that the game is trash.
No,
The way the game is designed and the way the game is played, two completely different things.
Nah, the game isn't trash.
The game is not
cut
trash.
you off. Go ahead.
I just ain't feeling
Nah,
it.
the game isn't trash though. Like the game is,
The game is trash.
it's good for what it is, but it could there's still potential there to expand and create a better playing experience. Because I'll be honest, man,
A lot of people are on it more than Paragon. I thought Paragon might be bigger, but it seems not.
Nah,
Paragon
you played Paragon. Paragon big as hell. I don't know who told you that lie. I don't know who told you that lie. Paragon got like almost.
From what I see, how people are playing it and twitching it, and like I don't see Paragon up there like that. I see Overwatch is killing some PC games on.
But But like I said, Paragon is a dumbed down game. You don't really need to think when playing it. But Paragon takes precision, it takes coordination, and it takes an understanding of the character that you're playing with. Paragon is a very, very, very tactical MOBA.
Overwatch is also a fun game to watch too. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Overwatch is sometimes more fun to watch than play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely strongly feel that they do need to add more game modes to the game. Like
how many?
One, two, maybe.
What?
Two game modes. There's one game mode where you got to escort the car to the spot. The payload to the spot, and then there's another one where you have to
capture the points.
Yeah, capture the points, and that's pretty much, which is domination. It's pretty much domination in headquarters. That's pretty much what it is.
Pretty much hard point.
The hard point. Sorry, why I say headquarters? I'm thinking of COD 4. Lord.
Yeah, it's hard point and moving the. There's also another one where you got to capture the point. Then after you capture the point, you're moving the payload, so it mixes the two modes in one.
Yeah, it mixes it, but I'd still just call it two modes.
That's true.
But yeah, Overwatch is alright. I haven't played it in quite a bit just because I don't feel like it, I guess.
Nah, I've been playing it. It's still a fun game. Definitely. Somebody trying to talk? Oh, okay. It's still a fun game to me, but it definitely does. It's definitely a better experience when you're playing with people that know how to play the game. You know what I mean? That's one reason why I like playing COD online, because I don't have to depend on people that know how to play the game. I can just go in, do my thing, and still pull off the win. In Overwatch, there's a game I had like 40-something kills with a what's my man name? The rat dude. Junkrat. And we still got bodied. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all know how I used to play Overwatch. I used to just get Junkrat and go ham.
Junkrat is a beast, yo. Junkrat is a beast for sure, yo. But yeah, man, Overwatch, new character. Hopefully. Persona's opening a bag of Doritos.
Even I had a decency to meet myself.
He got that 4K microphone. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
He got the Scorpio for the Xbox One. He got the Connect for the Xbox One Scorpio, and it's not allowing him to podcast in 1080p.
Yo, Persona, how many teraflops is your mic?
God.
Oh my God. Yo, you like real choppy right now, bro.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yo, my Yeti, I don't know what's wrong with it, man. Like it keep messing up.
How many teraflops is the Yeti?
It's 10 teraflops.
Oh yeah, so we got to talk to BG, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk to BG. We're gonna hit BG up because we can't have BG sponsoring these type of companies.
No.
That's no, I'm joking.
Oh no.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
Bond, please do not make a video about me. Thank you.
That's buying subs and shit.
You know what I mean? I'm buying subs out here. But yo, speaking of buying, it's the 2nd week of the month, and you already know what time it is.
Oh, MPDs came out?
It's time to talk about the favorite topic that everybody loves to hate but loves to talk about. Sales! There's a lot of news when it comes to the MPDs. But before we get into the sidetrack story of the MPDs, I need to let you guys know who won the month of June for 2016. PlayStation 4 was the top-selling game console in June. So once again, PlayStation is dominating. You can tell that E3 had no effect as far as dwindling any PlayStation sales. Even the rumored Neo dwindle any PlayStation sales, just like all these Xbox guys will say. That's one thing I will say. If you guys are listening to an Xbox channel for PlayStation news, then you're just doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys have been saying a lot of stuff saying that, oh, you know, everybody's not going to, PlayStation not going to win MPDs. Everybody's waiting for the Neo now. Everybody's going to buy Neo. Then Microsoft got the Slim. People's going to buy the Slim. People's going to buy the Scorpio. But, oh, Microsoft's going to win because E3 is definitely, the tides are changing. Every time they say that. Why they say that every E3, the tides are changing, and we back at the month PlayStation wins the month of June. But anyway, Microsoft hasn't won an MPD since October 2015. I think that's when Halo came out. So
yeah, that's the last time I remember them actually getting a W for the month.
Yeah, so that's a quite a few.
It's about to be a full calendar year.
It's definitely going to be interesting in July and also in August to see who wins the MPDs and stuff like that. But what are your guys' thoughts on the MPDs as far as PlayStation continue to win and continue to sell a lot of PlayStations?
I'm trying to figure out why you said July and August are going to be interesting.
You know, new hardware is coming, always going to boost sales. Doesn't matter what company it is.
What's new about Xbox hardware?
What happened?
What's the new hardware for Xbox? Talking about a Slim?
Yeah, the Xbox One S.
What?
What? I was being serious. I wasn't joking.
You being serious? Wow. Okay.
Man, look,
Let me explain. Well, let Michy go because I love his rants. Go.
first off, it's the year 2016. And though people are just buying shit for no reason, they have no reason to buy that shit. I'm sorry. There's no reason at the current time to buy an Xbox One. There's not. If there was a reason, it was to get Red Dead Redemption when it was like $9. But you go to the store, it's $30. Fuck Microsoft for charging me $30 for Red Dead Redemption. It'd be different if it was a remaster. Bitch, that's the 360 shit. No. No. And then you have the nerve to hide the price in the store. Fuck y'all. You need to make the fucking UI work. You need to fix the bugs. You need to fix the fucking console and not just remake it smaller. Make that bitch work. They ain't gonna sell that motherfucker till 2017. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yo, Michy, your rants are, man, yo, them shits is deserving
That
of more.
wasn't even a rant. That was just the truth.
The truth hurts, man. You need to go on the news or something.
Anybody that thinks Microsoft is going to win one of these months for the NPD, outside of some new specs that they already introduced earlier when they announced the original Xbox One.
What happened to the cloud?
The cloud went away. It's sunny day at the beach. There's no clouds.
I think it'll be here when Scorpio drops at least. That's my
so we
belief.
wait until like August
So
2017?
we gotta wait till no, not August 2017, November. Holiday 2017. Okay. Damn. Shit. By that time, I ain't even gonna say it. Never mind.
You know what the sadder part about that is?
What?
The Xbox One is just catching up to the PS4, and the PS4 is about to evolve into something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, good job catching up to 1080p. Because we going to VR. And you trying to figure out how to get there.
That echo, bar.
That's me?
Yeah.
How about now?
You're fine.
I see. Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead.
But no. There's no reason to buy Xbox One when it can't do what a PlayStation 4 can do.
It's still happening.
I think just because he light skinned.
Oh, hold on. Let me mute it.
Yeah. I'm good? Okay, yeah. Until the Xbox One can match what you put out on the PlayStation 4, it will never be relevant. Mark my words. I don't care what individual game they get, it ain't gonna be enough. Okay, I think I'm done.
Am I still echoing?
No.
Okay. But I also want to say this as well, that the MPDs is going to start tracking digital game sales. But they are still waiting, for a few companies to opt in with it. I'm pretty sure like the bigger companies like Sony, Microsoft probably will opt in soon. But they're still waiting on them to opt in. But other people has opt in like EA, Activision, Blizzard, Capcom, Deep Silver, Square Enix, Take-Two, Warner Brothers, and Ubisoft. They have opted in to give up their numbers as far as digital sales, so MPDs can track it. So yeah, I think this is a huge thing, especially if you guys enjoy looking at sale numbers like myself. This is going to be huge, and it's definitely going to see the true potential now of what these games are actually selling, month for month. Well, what are your thoughts on MPDs having digital sales now included within the physical sales?
Thank you, God. Now we definitely gonna see motherfucking lead. You understand? You thought the lead was bad. You thought the lead was bad then. You thought the lead was bad then. You know what makes this so good? Because now it's gonna show how much a lot of these Japanese games are selling, which I'm excited. Like those Japanese numbers will definitely spike up. And man, that lead about to be a continent. Yo, man, that's just gonna be so funny. I can't wait. I'm excited.
It's gonna be sad to see the Xbox 360 games outselling the Xbox One games, though.
Damn.
That's gonna be real sad.
Damn.
No, I'm just happy because now people can, with the digital sales. But the thing is, it's not actual PlayStation or Microsoft sharing the sales. It's the third party. So we still ain't gonna be getting sale numbers for the freaking first party titles unless they sharing with us. And we know who don't like to share until 3-4 months later. So it is what it is, I guess. I mean, because how they're gonna do it is, how EA always shows their sales, but they only show the physical. They never show digital. They're gonna basically show the digital for each platform to give us a better idea of what's selling on what. But first party titles, we still ain't gonna be able to get that. And Microsoft and Sony aren't showing what they're selling from like the PlayStation Store or like online shit like that. They still not giving that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're still not giving that. But it's better than nothing. The third party will show us actually, I think, a lot more than the exclusive titles will.
No, I think Sony will opt in to showing their digital games because they do that on a monthly basis anyway. They tell you the top selling digital games.
But they don't tell MPD what they sell though. They just tell their own. They just do it on their own.
They tell their own, but I do think that they will comply with MPD. Like, all right, you guys want to do digital sales? We do it every month anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can look into the numbers and whatever. So I don't really see an issue with it. I do see Microsoft might not doing it with them opting in because Microsoft, they claim that they don't do the sale numbers things no more. Only when they hit a milestone, they go back on that word when they said that they sold 1 million Elite controllers. You know what I mean? But they don't do sales no more though.
But did they actually sell 1 million, or did they just make 1 million?
I think they said that they sold 1 million.
Where is that 1 millionth controller? Because if they sold it, why do they have a picture of it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just reporting the news. I'm just reporting the news, Michy. But yo, like I said, I don't know if Microsoft will opt in. We'll definitely see if they will. But I think this is really good that NPD is finally going to be tracking digital sales, and it's going to be more fun for me to analyze and break down, for the channel, because I can't wait, especially from a guy that is just all digital this generation. So definitely going to be fun to see that digital is definitely making a push out here in these gaming streets. Yo, but let's talk about something real quick, because I saw this article and I was just like, you don't say. But I want to ask you guys a question after I let you guys know what the article's about. Okay, so Xbox boss, Mr. Phil Spencer, big shout out to Phil Spencer, the Xbox Messiah. Sony is doing incredibly well with the PS4, but our strategies are different. So, Microsoft, they're definitely doing a different strategy now when it comes to how they talk about their games and how they output their games. Where Microsoft is now putting their games, all their first party or third party exclusive games, onto the PC platform as well with Windows 10, and Xbox making it cross-play and all that good stuff with it. Where Sony is more of a closed environment type ordeal, where everything, their first party is more in-house. It's not going to be on PC. It's not going to be on any other platform out there. So it's definitely two different strategies on how these gaming companies are thinking now. Me personally, I like the Sony strategy because that's more of a classical strategy that we all grew up to know about, these gaming consoles, and these are the reasons why people prefer one console over the other, because what the other console can offer as far as games, that is exclusively tied to this console. This is the reason why people become Sony fans, PlayStation fans, why people became Xbox fans. These are the reason why people became Nintendo fans. If you ask somebody today, what's the reason you're a Nintendo fan? Are they going to tell you the controller?
Nah, I ain't gonna tell you that.
They're going to tell you that, why? Because
the controller, like, people change draws, man.
Yeah, they're going to tell you things like, yeah, because on the Nintendo platform, I get games like Zelda, I get my Mario, I get my Metroid, things like that. Same thing for Xbox. People was like, I'm an Xbox fan because they had these games. They had Lost Odyssey, they had Halo. Now that these games is not quote unquote, well, I still consider them console exclusives because I think that's a true marketing word that is being used this generation. But they're not really solely exclusive anymore if you're on a other platform, regardless if it's Windows 10 or not. It's not on your hardware by itself. So I definitely like the classic approach to this, because this is the reason why people become favorite with these brands. So do you think this Xbox new strategy is actually going to help Xbox? Because I'm looking at all the games that were actually cross-buy or whatever with Xbox, and they all didn't really sell well. Like, look at Quantum Break. Quantum Break was like the first game really like that. That game didn't really sell well. Look at Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider didn't really sell well.
It seemed like it sold better when it went to other platforms. Like, when it went to Steam, it sold freaking way better than it did on I think it was the console or the Windows 10 store, I think.
This is what I'm trying to get to, Jaleesa. I think games sell better when gamers off that brand, that prefer that brand, know that a game is exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Because from what I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying? Is it the right thing? I don't think it's the right thing, but from what I'm seeing, especially this generation with social media, when a game when a game just first get announced, what's one of the first questions people ask, especially these E3 conferences? Is it exclusive? Is it exclusive? And then if the game comes out and it's not exclusive, the hype level is down for that game. It's like, oh, it's not exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So like I really do feel that due to the fact that now Microsoft putting these games on like PC, it kind of dwindle people's excitement to even talk about these games because they can't really brag about them when it comes to YouTube or the Facebook groups and stuff like that. And I really do think that dwindle sales because it's not really helping. Tomb Raider, it didn't really help.
Well, see, this is
Quantum Break didn't really help. Go ahead, Armstrong.
You're making a lot of good points, but I think what the most important thing that needs to be looked at here when it comes to the exclusives is, and this is something that Sony said in an article earlier this summer. They said that they wanna pull people from high-end PCs and bring them to their console. Now, when they said that, they were talking about the Neo, of course, but they also were talking about bringing out exclusive experiences that can only be had on the Neo. How do you bring out exclusive experiences? But by only having games that can be played on your console and be enjoyed on your console. That's where Sony excels this gen. Sony excels this gen because for all this year, since the beginning of this year, I've been buying at least one exclusive a month from Sony.
Fact.
Since January, I've been buying at least one exclusive. It's been more than one in some occasions with some months, but I've been buying exclusives every month since January. Since January. This month we got I Am Setsuna. Next month we got No Man's Sky's on PC, so let's throw that to the side. We've got King of Fighters. We've got Attack on Titan's on Xbox, but you get the idea. Now, that's where Xbox is lacking. Xbox, the only game I bought for Xbox this year so far has been Quantum Break. I played it, I beat it, and that's the only game that I played on my Xbox this year so far.
Yo, I made a post like that this week. I was like, yo, for 7 months, the Xbox has only 2 exclusive experiences. And I know they're on PC as well, but I'm just talking about the console side of things. Yeah. And I was just like, yo, it's kind of sad.
When you see, the thing is this: when you start bringing exclusive experiences to other platforms, it makes your original platform that the game was intended for, that console or system or whatever, becomes irrelevant. And that's what's happening with the Xbox One right now. The Xbox One is becoming irrelevant, and Microsoft is panicking, honestly. I feel it is, at least, because even at E3, when they showed the Scorpio, why show it and pretty much not tell us anything? Like, we still know next to nothing about next to nothing about the Scorpio, and we actually still don't have any games to look forward to for the Xbox Ones that we already have. So what you're telling me is you want me to shell out $500, $600, $700 more for a console for gaming experiences that you promised me back in 2013 for the original console that I bought, which was the Xbox One. So how can I do that? There are no
like that cloud joint. I don't know, yo.
Not even in the cloud. I'm talking games.
No, I'm saying because of Crackdown. I'm like, is the cloud on the new one, or is it how
well,
like
see,
because
this is the problem with
I heard this having development. Oh Lord, I can't even get the word out. I heard they're having problems with the development of their game. Is the reason why they pushed it back. So I'm thinking that's gonna be a game that's gonna be on the new hardware. But how is that game gonna fare on the old hardware? Yeah, I'm like, how is that game gonna be on the old hardware?
See, but a lot of games on the Xbox One got pushed back. Let me explain something. Last year's E3 and Gamescom, there were 6 games. There were 6 games announced for the Xbox One, exclusive experiences that were supposed to be coming out this year for the Xbox One. Halo Wars 2, Scalebound, Sea of Thieves, Cuphead, Gears of War 4, and what's the last one? Shit, I can't forget.
Fable Legends.
Fable Legends. We Happy Few. There was a lot of games that got announced for the Xbox One last year that were supposed to be exclusive experiences that were supposed to come out this year, and that's what enticed people to go out and pick up the Xbox One.
Yo, he's
What
right.
has the
He's
Xbox?
right. He's right because remember we brought that up earlier this year where Microsoft came out with that list showing all the games that's exclusive to Xbox One. It was letting people know what games is coming to Xbox and PC.
And these were all games that people were looking forward to for
And then they
2016.
switched that. They switched that up.
Exactly. So what did they do Black Friday? They had a monster sale. People ran out to get the Xbox One for a good price because they was hoping. They ran out to get the Xbox One in hopes of getting games in 2016. What have we gotten? Quantum Break and Inside. Where's everything else? Pushed to 2017. Why? Because it's being developed for new hardware, so they want to have extra time to optimize those games for the Scorpio when that comes out in holiday 2017. So you tell me I have to wait another year, year and a half, or however long for an experience that I was promised back in 2015 for 2016, and you want me to shell out $600-700 for the Scorpio? Man, please. And that's the problem with Microsoft and why Microsoft is failing right now. Because even though the Neo is coming out and it's going to be a stronger console and it's going to be better and provide a better experience game-wise, you're still getting games on the PlayStation 4 right now. You're still getting exclusive. Never mind if you like them or not. Never mind if they're Japanese or not. Never mind if the score is low or not. The fact of the matter is you are getting exclusives for the console that you paid money for. So can you really complain? When it comes to PlayStation 4, you're getting games. What is it that Michy said? He said, "Play the games you're given, not the games you want," or something. He said, I forgot how you said it. But
This my point. What I'm saying too is just like I feel people's never going to admit what I'm saying, but when a game is exclusive, people are and they're tied to that brand like Xbox or PlayStation. People are more prone to show more support to that, especially if the game is like say Uncharted, was announced exclusive, just like Quantum Break, and then they say, you know what, later this year Uncharted will be coming to PC as well.
Man, they'll give us
that's a slap in the face.
There's gonna be plenty of people. Yeah, you're still gonna buy Uncharted, but a lot of people is gonna be upset about that. Might turn away from
that. Might hurt sales though. People might not buy the game just for the simple fact it's not exclusive to the console.
People might trade in their pre-orders. They might go get their pre-orders back. Like they did for Tomb Raider.
That hurts the console, not having exclusive experiences to your console. That hurts the brand. What is the Xbox brand right now? What is it? I don't know.
It's Forza.
Because what it was in 2013 ain't what it is now. There's been so many revisions of the controller, revisions of the console, revisions of the overall idea that Microsoft is trying to provide, and now there's even revisions to the games that were promised. So what is the Xbox One? I don't know. I don't know if I have a cable box or a gaming system sitting in my house. I don't know.
Looks like the Xbox One really is the Xbox 360 because it keeps going in circles.
Yeah, I mean that's don't get it twisted. I'm not here to bash on backwards compatibility. I think it's a very good feature for the Xbox One. But when you're dependent on that to have games for your consumers, that's not a good thing, man. That's like if PlayStation wasn't coming out with games each month, but people had to rely on PS Now to play games. You know what I'm saying? that would be messed up. That's all I'm saying is just like, yes, it's a good feature to have. No, not throwing any shade to it, but if you're relying on that feature just to keep consumers happy, that's crazy.
But see, this is the problem though, and I'll let you talk to me. I just want to say this real quick before I forget. Yeah, you're right. It's okay to have backwards compatibility games. There's nothing wrong with that because PlayStation has 400 of them that you got to pay for, but PlayStation also has the PS2 games that you got to pay for and all that good stuff. It's fine. But when you got more backwards compatibility games coming out for your console than you have new experiences, that's where it becomes a problem. Yeah, we get our little Warriors, Dark Cloud, whatever the fuck we get, in the PlayStation Store every week. That's also accompanied by brand new indie games that can only be found on PlayStation 4, and it's also accompanied by brand new Japanese titles and AAA titles that come out every month for the PlayStation 4. So yes, it provides a variety, what is the variety on Xbox One? What is everybody hype about for this month? The thing that they were hype about this month is Red Dead Redemption. You know what I'm hype about? I Am Setsuna, a brand new exclusive coming out for the PlayStation 4 next week. That's the problem, and that's the difference between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 when it comes to consumer happiness and when it comes to providing experiences for your consumers. I'm done.
It's sad when you look back and you think about it, because people were more hyped for Rainbow Six, the 360 versions coming back, than they were for Rainbow Six Vegas, for the Rainbow Six game. They were more hyped for Black Ops 2 than they were probably anything else this gen. And they were hyped for Red Dead Redemption like it was the next best game coming out. And Red Dead was a good game. Don't get it twisted. I done shot many people in their horse. But it's the year 2016. You are having next generation consoles going back to last generation games, not remasters, last generation games. And you're happy with that. Why did you upgrade? Why do you have a Kinect 2.0 in your house? Why did you buy Xbox One? You just gave them $500 to play the same shit you already had. Why'd you upgrade? You could have still played Tomb Raider. You still could have still played Ori. Could have still played Forza Horizon 2. You would have missed out on Forza 5 and Dead Rising, but you're not missing much.
You know, we had this discussion on another podcast last night. I wish my boy Nick was in here because we was having this same discussion about people who's like, yo, well, y'all ain't got a game such. We're like, well, I got games to play. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's true. But y'all, the games that y'all got, y'all ain't buying them. I'm like, yo, all those games that we buying are niche. They're not even looking to sell 1 million, 2, 3, 4 million like that. We wish they did, but we know they aren't. But there's still games out there for people to play that you can't get on other consoles.
That's the beauty of variety. See, when you have variety, you can choose between what you want to pick and play. You know what I'm saying? Right now on Xbox One, what can you choose to play?
Red Dead Redemption.
Exactly. Your experience is a older 360 game. Don't get it twisted. That's like I said, it's not a bad thing, but if that's the only thing being offered, to me, that's a worrisome issue.
See, and that's the problem though. With the Xbox, you feel like I feel limited with the Xbox. It's not even just the games. It's just the experience. I feel limited. I feel very limited, man. And
I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead.
How many fighters have released this year on PlayStation 4?
Man, yo. Nitro Plus Blasters, Street Fighter 5, King of Fighters, Guilty Gear. That's 4 fighters right there, exclusive wise.
Let's just stop it. Let's leave King of Fighters out of this. Let's just go with those 3. Guilty Gear, Nitro Plus Blasters, and Street Fighter 5. How many fighters have been released this year on Xbox One?
King of Fighters Season 3.
That's not on Xbox One.
You mean Killer Instinct, bro?
I said King of Fighters. Oh my God!
You saw I was trying to be nice about it.
You wanted to say what?
Yo, I meant
hey, he looked at you like, oh, boy, got asked that dumbass question.
Yo, my fault. I meant Killer Instinct Season 3. Why did I
Killer
say King of Fighters Season 3?
The
definitive, like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Yo, I did though.
The sad part about that is Killer Instinct didn't get released this year. They just got an update. That's still the Killer Instinct from 2013.
And then you know what's messed up? To the people that spent like $120 for all 3 seasons, turn around and get that definitive edition for $40, man. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah, but going back, I just feel like I understand Microsoft's strategy, but I personally, this is not throwing any shade at Microsoft. I don't like it because that's not what I buy consoles for. Yes, there's third-party games and multi-plats that we buy, but majority, I buy a console because they're exclusives. That's the reason why I bought Nintendo Wii U, because I wanted to play those exclusive games. That's the only thing I can get there. You know what I mean? With the Xbox, even though I can't play on the Wii U or Nintendo or PlayStation, I'm still drawn like, yo, you know what I mean? This is on somewhere else that is has a better version out there. You know what I
See,
mean?
this is where we don't agree, Barry, because I don't know what the fuck their strategy is. They are tanking for a high draft pick. What sport are they playing?
No, I'm saying I don't like their strategy. I understand it, but I don't like it. That's
No, what are they tanking for? For what? I mean, it'd be different if they were getting rid of the gaming division, yeah. But they planning on keeping it. So, what are they doing?
I don't know. They're trying to push Windows, man. That's what I told people this from the jump when Xbox One first came out. I'm just looking at this console and I'm like, yo, they have Windows all over this joint. I just think Microsoft want to put Windows in people's homes as far as the living room space. And I told many people before it's going to be a hard struggle for them because people are so used to their Apple TVs, their Roku boxes, their smart TVs. Why do they need another device to add on to that where they can natively use it on their Apple TV, Roku, or smart TV? You know, say, or the Amazon Fire Stick that costs $70 that's doing the same thing Xbox is doing with voice commands and all that crap. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, do not be surprised in the next year they stop making consoles and do Xbox Live as a service and give you the same games you're getting anyway. You're only getting like 4 exclusives a year anyway. So, they're going to give you the same games and put it in the Xbox Live Marketplace on your PC and stop making these non-functional ass consoles and just get out the game. It's like they spinning their wheels and going nowhere. They just messing up their tires. They're gonna be on their rim soon. Their strategy is fucked up.
I honestly think the Scorpio that's like their Hail Mary shot. Like they're just gonna wing it, put it out, and if it don't sell, I honestly feel that's gonna be the last console.
You know what? You mentioned the Scorpio. I'm gonna ask y'all the question, honest answer. Who do you hear saying that they're gonna buy the Scorpio? Is it people without Xboxes or is it people already with Xboxes?
People with Xboxes, the Xbox zealots of warlords.
They're not gonna gain no traction. Excuse me. They are not going to gain any traction with the Xbox One Scorpio. Sure, people will buy it, but they will be replacing the boxes they have in their house already. They will not gain any new users with the Scorpio.
I mean, I think they're going to gain a little bit of new users with it, but I don't think it's going to be huge because if you're going to pay that much type of money, majority of the people is looking to go to PC anyway like that. So
that's my point. Why go to Xbox One Scorpio if you can do the same thing on a PC that you probably already own?
Yeah, I don't know. But yo, before we close it out, I want to ask you guys a quick question. I know we just talked about Xbox a little bit, but I want to ask you guys, what is an update or some changes you would like to see come to the PlayStation 4? You know, it could be soon, it could be whenever, but what is something that you would like to see come? Before you guys go, I'm just going to go real quick and say that, you know, in the library section where you can, you know, look at your games, your applications, I think they need to have a better sorting, you know, functionality where I can, if I want to look for certain games, they need to have it where I can sort the genres in there, not just, you know, go from A to Z and Z to B. You know what I mean? Like, we need more, because right now if I wanted to go search through my games and I go to, you know, the search function as far as, you know, looking up the games, I got to go all the way up first. They give me 4 options: name A to Z, name Z to A, recently used, install date. I need more options than that, more options in the drop down. I need, like, by genre. I need stuff like, even when you're scrolling down, they need to have it where if I press triangle or whatever the buttons, or square, it can go up to that drop down area instead of I got to scroll all the way up, because my digital games is getting you know, like a lot. I'm having a lot of digital games, and sometimes I like to check the stuff that I pre-ordered, so I got to scroll all the way down. And even they need to separate that too. instead of having the games in the game area, have it where you have the games that's installed, the games that's not on the console, the games that you have pre-ordered. Those need to be separate tabs in the library area, and have that search functionality as far as searching for genres and stuff like that. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, because if you we buy games out here. So if you go into your library and scroll all the way down real quick, so you got to scroll all the way back up just to get to that drop down key. And if you want to search for a specific game, you got to scroll all the way to find it, because most likely you have on default recently used. So you got to be scrolling all the way down. Instead of like if they had like a search bar, or if they had like a genre thing, I can just quickly look up, if I wanted to play Skullgirls, let me go into my fighters section, show the list of fighters, boom, and I'm in there.
Yeah, or at least just let you search, because finding the first letter will help you out.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? They need to refine that a little bit more when it comes to your library of games, because it's getting a little ridiculous. But that's one thing I like to see change. What about you guys?
I want to see the ability to create custom themes.
Yeah, because my PS3 themes used to be so on point. I had a theme for a game 6 months ahead of time, like a year. They opened that up. That was one of the best things about the PS3 when it came to the actual layout of it, was we could go to PlayStation profiles or whatever, and people would be making themes, and the themes would be better than the ones that they selling in the store.
I would like for Spotify not to clash with the background music of the games.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I don't use Spotify, so.
I mean, I use it like when I'm playing sports games and I'm not in the chat with y'all and I'm just chilling. I'll cut the music down in the game and just play my music on Spotify. Because you can play Spotify from your phone to your PS4 with like one click of a button on your phone. So you don't even need the controller to change the song.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I kind of wish like, you know how when new stuff comes on the PlayStation Store, it'd be so hard to freaking find. You have to dig and look for shit. It just needs to be like more prevalent. Like, this is one thing I can say. Like, when Xbox got something that's like brand new, that shit is like right there in the front.
Now, for me, I'm like the complete opposite when it comes to the PS Store. I think the PS Store is refined. Like, yeah, you gotta wait till the updates for for the new stuff. But if I wanted to find a specific genre or a specific game, I can easily find that in the PS Store. For me, I can just easily go to games, boom, and it has a whole bunch of drop down stuff.
Like a minute to find Hawken. Like, even when I spelled out Hawken, it still wasn't popping up for me. I had to go to my PlayStation app to the store on the computer and download it. It found it mad quicker than the PlayStation Store. I was like, yo, it shouldn't be like that.
Me, Hawken was different. I had Hawken on the European account.
Yeah, see, I had to go look for that. I couldn't find it. Like, I dead ass like spelled it out and it wasn't even popping up. God Eater was doing that too.
Yes, I agree. I agree with
better though.
I agree with Frozen on this one right here. Where's the PlayStation 1 classics? Have stream support and have the trophies in there. Yo, my man Butt Fucking, man. What up, yo? Butt Fucking got a new icon too, y'all. You got a profile icon in there. So you guys make sure y'all check out my man Butt Fucking. You know what I mean? That's my dude right there. But yeah, man, yeah, I can see people issues with that, on Tuesday. You don't know the specific time as far as when the store really updates.
We really don't. It be updating at random times and
yeah, you gotta keep checking sometimes.
Like, they should have like I'll say this though, they have gotten a lot better than PS3. Like, I will say that, because I think they was like operating on Japanese time. I'm like, yo, y'all like really updating the store mad late.
Yeah, I used to be mad at that PS3.
Yeah, I used to hate when when 2K used to give out a demo and shoot 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. Xbox dudes is playing it, and we still waiting on the update for the PSN store. We probably ain't getting it till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. I used to hate that.
Yo, matter of fact, the early days of the PS4, I was ranting about
Yeah.
that when I just started my channel. I was like, yo, PlayStation, man, y'all need to update these. I used to bother them on Twitter all the time, too. But they have gotten really better when it comes to updating the store.
Yeah,
But
they have.
it's still the smaller games that might get left in the sauce as far as it updates like 6 p.m. at night. You know what I mean? But yo, what about you, Michy or Kev?
Oh,
Uh, they need to work on the pre-orders a little bit better. Star Ocean wasn't available till like the week before. I think it was the week before it came out. JoJo is like the exact day that it came out. So I think that they definitely need to work on.
Though, and not so much on Sony, or maybe it's a little bit of both.
I don't know. I don't know. It could be the devs or it could be up to Sony.
Yeah.
But they definitely need to work on that. Like Michi said, the Spotify thing. What else? What else?
I'm sorry about them profiles. I need to fix that. I used to love it when games 2 years out and I had a profile for it.
What you mean?
I mean, like the background wallpapers.
Oh, yeah, like the custom wallpapers.
Yeah, man. They
definitely need to do that because, like, I mean, I understand some of them, which I've spoken to, like, some devs who make the custom wallpapers. They say that some of them are, like, infringing on copyrights and whatnot because I know that was supposed to have been a PS2 thing with the little, the original noise that they had when you go on the PS2 menu. And they wound up pulling it because of copyright issues. So I do agree that I would like to see more custom things, but I think partially that's the reason that Sony is kind of being slow motion with it is because of copyright issues that they could run into. So what else? Name changes. I remember Tidix was talking about that was coming around PSX. That still hasn't came yet, so I'm looking forward to that. What else? I think that's mainly about it. Just those few issues. I mean, I've got my DLNA. Hopefully, whenever the next console comes out, we don't have to wait as long as we did last time. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it that I can think of right now.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything like that I don't? I'm actually starting to have some actual problems with the party chat again with the Type 2 thing. I don't know what happened. I hadn't had no problems with that for a long time, and then with this last update they did, started having troubles again with that. I don't know what's going on with that. I would like it for them to up the party count again to maybe 10 people. Cause our chats they get full real fast.
I think 8 is enough, just like the show.
I agree there.
I wish they would just go up to 10.
Nah, that's too much. 8 is enough, just like the show.
That's just me.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, it will help sometimes when we run in like certain matches and stuff. Mainly for like at least like the 6v6. As long as it gives you the limit option, you know what I'm saying? Like we got now, I think that it can actually work itself out because that way you can kind of limit the amount. You know what I'm saying? If it's not like one of those occasions where in which you got some tournaments or something going on.
I was just about to say that, especially with the events and stuff like that. If they would do it to where you can set how many you want to be in the chat, and say we going a Call of Duty match, we want 6v6, and we doing private matches. We're doing it for like a little tournament. We can put 6v6. Everybody be talking to everybody now. It'll be cool like that.
It'd be cool if they had like a regular party chat for people who didn't have a lot of friends. But if you were in a community, they gave you a bigger chat.
Oh, you talking about like a community chat, like off to the side and shit like that? Cause I know when you go to communities, like they'll show you who's in chat from certain communities. Like they're like if you go to a community and it'll tell you how many people from that community are in the chat.
Yeah, like if you organize that you're gonna play a game on like Thursday night at 8 o'clock, it'll let you have like an option to go from 8 to like 12 if necessary, because most games are 6v6. Or at least
I agree with that, Michi, because right now with the events you can only do up to 8 because you can set up the event where you can, you're gonna have a game session, and then when the time hits, it's gonna invite everybody that you invited into a party chat. But say you're gonna have more than 8 people within that event, you know what I mean? It's gonna suck for the people that's left over that didn't get into that chat.
Yeah, outside of that, I'm gooch.
I wish we would have video chat again, though. I'm gonna keep stressing.
Communities need a little refinement too.
Well, I think communities still need to be fleshed out a little bit more, but they actually did better with that last update.
Yeah, they need a little refinement. They need a reply button on there.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that they need an easier way. Xbox is having like a tournament type app or deal thing. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but PlayStation needs to have something like that as well because.
Oh, you went almost. Oh, there you go.
And since Bori went biting, I think PlayStation needs a feature to let us delete DemiGodReviews whenever he jumps in your party talking about how he just got an indie on Xbox, when he could have the same indie on PlayStation. Let it go, Demi. Let it go.
What you said? I didn't hear what you said.
It said we need a feature that lets us boot Demi out the chat automatically whenever he mentions that he got an Xbox game.
Oh.
Now he always do this, Professor Panda. This is something ain't new. Nah, but I'm trying to. I got a question. What's something that the PlayStation 3 did that you wish the PS4 did?
Custom themes. All right, I'm done.
And custom themes. I'm saying.
Hey, yo, they ain't nothing that the PlayStation 3 did, in my opinion, that the PS4 is not already did, other than the video chat.
I think I was gonna say it's video chat and freaking custom themes. People just don't know, man. People love to custom theme out their console, man. It's just something we like to do. Everybody don't want to be the same.
Yeah, custom themes was cool.
I love my custom themes, man. I wish I could take the ones off my PS3 and put them on my PS4 because I got a bunch of them.
No, the only thing I really wish we had from PS3 is PlayStation Home. I think
bad for
yo, real talk. I miss home, man, because like I said, that was my Yahoo chess, yo. Cause that's all I did in home was go to the mall, go upstairs to the second floor,
play bowling,
play chess. That's
all I did. Chess, yeah.
Play chess. That's the only thing I ever did on PlayStation.
I used to like to play bowling.
Oh, and I used to watch the movie trailers too. I thought I was dope that I'm watching a trailer.
Used to play those little free games. I used to bowl. I used to shoot pool. I used to go to the haunted house.
I used to play bowling, and that was it.
I remember how if you had certain games that let you put certain stuff in your living area. I had the Bat Cave.
Yeah, cause when PlayStation Plus first came out, they was giving you mad free stuff for home, yo. So like my house was just like lit because they gave me mad stuff, yo. I was just like, yo, I'm set.
It was crazy all the stuff they gave you with the games. They gave you outfits and add-ons and T-shirts.
Yeah, and then when you got platinums and trophies, they go in your apartment and shit. It was dope.
PlayStation Home was pretty cool. Why did they shut that down again? What, it was too much?
There wasn't enough attention on it.
It seemed like it was packed every time I was in there. Because, yo, literally, when I used to sit in there, I used to play like about 50 people in chess, yo. You know what I'm saying? It used to be lit in there.
I remember we used to get on the bowling lane and just dominate for hours and not get up.
Actually, no, I think they might be revamping it. I think they might come out later.
I think it would be a cool feature to flesh it out better. There used to be a lot of weird people up in there though,
There
boy.
was a lot of
Like a
weirdos.
There was a
girl,
lot of
and
weird
you have like
weirdos.
20 people surrounding you.
My homegirl used to play as a fucking. Used to have a guy character because so many dudes used to
Me too.
follow her.
Me too. I had a guy
Yeah.
character,
Yeah,
bro.
you couldn't be a girl character in there, man.
Hell
Hell
no.
no.
You have like 20 people in there talking to you. Like, where are you from?
Hey, baby,
What are you doing?
show me a
They
titty
be
pic.
having mad conversations. Like, these dudes, like, yo, these dudes are weird, bro.
Yo,
Hurry up and made a guy character.
it used to be like aim in there. Yo, what's your age? Your
ASL.
gender,
They used to say
and
ASL.
yeah, and
Age,
your
sex,
location.
location.
It used to
Yo,
be like
them dudes
aim.
is crazy, man. Yo, remember in the very beginning of home, whenever you walk past somebody, you could like the chat would activate and you could like talk. Yo, they cut chat out of that game completely because people were saying crazy shit, bruh.
Yeah,
Yo,
I remember
let me
when I
explain
got
something
my
to you.
I got my PlayStation camera. I used to chat in home. I'd be like, all right, who's next? I'd be like, next on chat.
Yo, let me tell you something. They used to have a shit called Home After Dark, bruh. Motherfuckers were crazy. Racist motherfuckers. Weirdo shit. It was just ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. Like they had to cut the chat out. They had to.
Yo, but imagine if they did have home on the PS4, especially how the PS4 is doing so well as far as, it's just a console to have. That will bring a lot of casual people even more on the PlayStation, to have home on there.
Yep.
Yo, but
They would.
let me ask y'all this before we head out. Do you think it's smart? And yes, this is going to be aimed at a particular company because I just don't understand how people are really accepting of this. And this can apply with Sony as well, so if they ever did this or consider to do this during the PS4 generation. But do you think it's smart for a company to just focus on a holiday season
Hell no.
to deliver their
Hell
games?
no. I used to hate Sony when they would lump all their good games all together and don't market them. And I damn sure hate when they put all of them at the end of the year. What the hell am I going to play at the beginning of the year?
What is troublesome for me is the fact that people bash Nintendo for not having any games throughout the year, where they would drop like 1 to 3 games for the year as far as exclusives. But nobody's upset with Microsoft when they drop like 3 games in the holiday season. Just because they're dropping it in a 3-month span, it doesn't change the fact that you only really had 3 games within the year.
It's because they got third party and Nintendo don't. That's the reason. Because if they didn't have third party support like Nintendo, they would be just as dry.
Yeah, that's a good argument. That's good.
Yeah, it's the same thing, man. If they didn't have third party like Nintendo don't, they would be dry. It's the truth. Nintendo really don't get no games like that. They get one, like they're not even getting Zelda. Like next year, the Wii U's only getting 1 game, and that's Zelda. That's it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's it. They already said it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it, man. So.
You see, it's all about knowing your audience.
That too.
Because if you know they're not gonna buy the console during the year anyway, don't give them a reason to buy it. You wasting your time. It's like you trying to have a sale.
They shoot their load at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's like honestly, throughout the year, Microsoft don't care. That's why they don't care about the NPDs. They stop saying the sales numbers. But they'll come out and say they had one of the most successful holidays they've ever had. Because they've been selling during the holidays for the longest. It's like the only thing that matters is September through December. That's it. That's in Halo season.
That's just crazy to me, yo. Especially this generation. It's just crazy to me. Cause I'm literally like looking at this Xbox, and like I said, I'm not even throwing no shade at it. This is I'm a consumer. That's what everybody should say, right? I'm a consumer first. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, yo, all right, there's a reason why I bought this console was for the exclusive experiences. And then I'm not getting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally looking at this thing and I'm like, yo, Real Rap Quantum Break is the only game I've played this year on this system. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
You know what's more fucked up about that? Not only do they only release exclusives mostly in the end of the year, they give you the same games every year around the same time.
Yeah, we
No,
know
for real.
September, November, August, September, November. We know all their games are coming.
Yeah, you're getting a Forza and you're getting a Halo. You know that, and you may get
Halo years. But I will give them a little bit of credit. They are trying to diversify a little bit, but the games they're diversifying with, I mean, they're not really going out and buying buying the games like I feel like they should. Especially if they say we're not a shooter box, but the games that sell so well are shooters.
But that's what put me back to the whole mind state of, does putting your game on Windows 10 is it really helping you? You know what I'm saying? Because even if you have a game like Recore that's going to be on PC as well, is that going to really help the sales for that game?
I know if that game.
Nah, I mean it'll help the sales a little bit. But
that game drop on Steam is gonna do better than it would on Windows 10.
Yeah, I do think it would do better on Steam than it would Windows 10. But as far as sales go,
it'll help.
It'll definitely help the sales. But then it's like, if it sells more on Xbox, I mean on a PC than it does on the Xbox, that only furthers Microsoft's thinking of, well, damn, why do we even still have this thing? The problem here is, when Microsoft was at like 13, 14 million, my friend, let's not even use that. They don't buy games. End of the story.
Like, I was so hurt. They didn't buy
Sunset Overdrive.
They didn't try it till it was fucking free, and I was like, damn, man, that's actually a game.
Sunset Overdrive is a good fucking game. I played and beat that game, and that game is awesome. That is personally one of my favorite games on the Xbox One.
It's hard to sell a game on the Xbox without guns.
But Sunset Overdrive had guns. It had all of it.
He said it's hard. He didn't say it.
Yeah, like, if it's not a first-person shooter, that's strike one. If it don't have guns, that's strike two. If it's not American, that's strike three.
See, and that's the problem, because I ain't even gonna use that. Anyway.
I mean, if you look at the state of the Xbox community, the state of the Xbox community is fucked up.
It is, because there has been instances where, like, I've seen Xbox guys talk about, just come out of nowhere and be like, oh, you're not American because you're supporting that Jap crap. And I'm like, what? And then they're like, oh, I remember one dude was trying to use Pearl Harbor for his reason for not buying Japanese products. And I'm like, bruh, everything in your house is from China. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was telling folks, like,
your mindset is
the thing about PlayStation that you can't ignore is it's popular more than here. Most of the Sony gamers that we know, you know what I'm saying, love some Japanese games because we grew up on Japanese games.
That's what I'm saying. And most of these dudes that claim, oh, I've been gaming since I was in the 80s, and I'm a grown man, and I game, and I've been gaming for a long time. What was the gaming consoles you was playing on first? Sega? Japanese. Nintendo? Japanese. Atari?
What
was
Atari was American. Atari was American.
That's why I didn't say Japanese.
Sure,
that's why I say Japanese.
Western games, but back in the day, Japanese games were king.
They saved gaming. They saved gaming. Japanese games saved gaming. What do you mean?
Nintendo saved gaming.
Yeah, it really, truly did. Like, Nintendo was out here doing.
Most products that came out on Nintendo was Japanese anyway.
PlayStation
Nintendo
1,
is a Japanese company.
Yeah.
A lot of the games they hit on now, they were out then. So what's the difference? They don't sell that much because the way the dynamic has changed, but they do sell to people who actually still like to play those types of games. The Western games are cool too. Nobody's saying that Western games are bad because we love both. So I don't get what's wrong with liking both types of games. Just like old boy D'Angelo, he'll tell you in the group in a minute, even though he's a.
Oh no, name drop.
I'm just saying he loves RPGs, man, and I don't blame him for liking what he likes, and him saying, you know what, I wish I wish my Xbox had more RPGs or JRPGs, because those are the genres I love.
Like,
He said he
look at
can't get that. He can't get that gaming experience there, so he bought a PS4. I don't blame him.
why does Microsoft have a gaming deal with EA? Anybody?
Oh, shooters and sports titles.
But why though? Because they're not selling more on the Xbox. They get murdered.
That is true though, because a lot of the EA
That's why COD switched over too.
PS4. That's a fact.
FIFA sold more than every Xbox game combined.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe FIFA 16 didn't sell more than every Xbox One game combined. But it's close.
Nah, Microsoft was just trying to go for a push for that.
They need to go
market.
get pushed off a cliff.
Oh God.
They are failing.
Yo, so the Scrooge guy said a lot of this stuff can be applied to the PlayStation 4
Right.
because
It can be.
shooters
Look
are
at those
popular
FIFA
on
sales.
PS. No. He's saying shooters are popular on PS4. JRPGs aren't.
Look at FIFA sales.
Yo, there are more JRPGs on PS4 than the shooter.
Yeah, they are. They may not sell as well, but they. When has the last time have you seen a true like big time JRPG sell that well like that? What?
Like, listen,
But
I
a lot of the times, this is what people have to understand about Japanese games.
in the
A
budget,
lot of those Japanese games are, so a lot of them are fan service. You know, a lot of them are intended for a specific community, and that's like, for instance, Shenron Kagura. Shenron Kagura is capital F fan service. You understand? And I like that series. So what did I do? I went out and bought the game. Certain games are intended for certain people when it comes to Japanese games. The expectations of the sale,
So you like looking at boobies?
I mean,
that's just like Final Fantasy.
of course.
I'm telling people, Final Fantasy is going to do numbers, and it's going to do way better on the PS4 than it will Xbox.
I'm willing. You know what? I'm so confident of that, Julissa. I'm willing to put bread up. I'll put some bread up on that.
It should be. That's just like what you call it? Not Bloodborne, but what's the other game? Dark Souls. Dark Souls always sells way better on the PlayStation.
Wait, hold on, Scrooge. Scrooge, this is the problem with your logic, though. A multi-platform game is always going to sell better than an exclusive, and that's on any console. It's multi-platform. It's always going to sell. It's going to
sell less.
Not necessarily true. Not necessarily true in every aspect. But
multi-platform when it comes to shooters. I mean, I should have been more specific.
When everybody say that, they always go to the default game COD. COD been around for years upon years because people is branded with COD. COD sells well because it's a household name.
Well, that's just like Battlefield sells well, but it just doesn't sell well as Call of Duty. No, it does sell. It just
you said the proper way.
It doesn't sell well as Call of Duty.
Nah, but if you look at like, I mean, like Battlefield and Uncharted, those are going to sell like around the same as far as, you know, lifetime sales on the console. And one is the exclusive, one is a multi-plat. You know, but everybody like to just harken to COD only because COD is the biggest de facto as far as multi-plat games that sell. On PlayStation alone, PlayStation 4, I think like
10 million.
Advanced Warfare sold like 10 and Ghost sold like 12 million.
Yeah, and I think Black Ops 3 is at like 7 or 8.
Yeah, and Black Ops 3 is like at 7 or 8. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like COD is just that de facto example, but if there's other multiplats that you know that sell around the same as far as like exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this dude got to be trolling. He said the biggest exclusive on PlayStation 4, Uncharted 4 is a dude bro shooter. This guy is funny.
Hey, dude, bro, it's nothing like Call of Duty. Oh, I know.
It's
okay. It don't matter what it says. It is what it is.
It's the best multiplayer out right now, in my opinion. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
But yo, let's close this up.
PS4 1 MPD.
Yeah, PS4 1 MPDs. They didn't put out the top selling games yet though, but they said that PS4 won the NPDs for June, and
that's interesting.
July is gonna be crazy because it's gonna be a lot of Pokemon news, and let's see if Pokemon definitely deter people from buying these consoles on the mobile aspect. But yo, let's get into the outros. Yo, Crunk, give us your outros, any shout outs and anything like that. And we gone.
Alright, people. Thanks for everybody for coming through. You know what I'm saying? We talking these games, man. Talking and playing games at the same goddamn time because we just good like that. Nah, but thanks for the people in the chat. Y'all keeping it lively out here, talking to us, and you know what I'm saying, going back and forth with the conversations. I love it. Check out sheertech.com for all your gaming related news. Come check out my live streams. I'm probably gonna be live streaming Technomancer tomorrow. I'm hot out here in these streets, man. I'm not live streaming nothing tonight. I'm hot. My air went out on me. It's steaming in here. I'm in South Carolina. It's still like 85 degrees outside, and it's 10 o'clock at night. But hopefully they come fix that in the morning. But yeah, man, just come check me out. Make sure y'all check out whatsupplaystation.com as well, and we out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, Michy.
Let me go ahead and go. It's your boy Michy. First off, shout out to my beautiful wife, who I always mention every show. Yes, I'm married. Get like me, please. Get a wife that games, that enjoys gaming, that enjoys what you like. Live, have fun, be merry, all that good stuff. Shout out to all the females gaming. Don't be intimidated by some of these asshats out here. And you don't have to be afraid to make female characters. Persona gonna make one too, and he gonna have your back.
Darn right, I'm gonna have your back. I got you, ladies. I'm gonna hold
He
y'all
got your
down.
back and your barrelies.
And your barrelies. Believe that. I'm gonna hold y'all down. Don't worry about it.
No barely gets left behind.
Facts.
Also, shout out to whoever thinks Microsoft is doing good. Let me tell you something about life. Just because a turd moves in the toilet, don't make it alive. End of the day, it's still a piece of shit.
Oh,
shit.
And I'm done.
Yo, this was last generation, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Them Xbox flexing they muscles right about now.
Yo, this man be just murdered the game.
People be forgetting about like that shit is amnesia and it don't exist.
Yo, Michy funny, man.
Yo, Persona.
Yo.
Keep it so NY. Keep it so NY like the boys that make PlayStation.
You already know, man.
You already know.
You
gotta shout out the greatest nation.
But of course, hashtag I'm so NY. Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Persona. Persona_GamingYT and the Council. And whatsupplaystation.com. And shout out to the Council for the awesome conversation that we always have every week. Y'all the fam. I love y'all. Bar, you getting beat up on site for that prank this morning. Believe that. You getting your ass whooped.
My bad, son. I'm gonna send some bots your way, man. You know
Nah. You got an ass whooping coming your way. Believe that. Big shout out to the people in the chat that always keeps the chat so lively. Y'all interact, man. Y'all be having y'all own little conversations while we all talking. It's real interactive, man. I love it. I love seeing the chat real engaged and real, debating, and I just love seeing that stuff. So big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to my bros, Nicodemus X and Demigod of DemiGodReviews. Check out their YouTube channels. Big shout out to Miss Choco Dancer. Big shout out to my boy Jose. He came through to the podcast. I definitely appreciate him for stopping by. So big shout out to Jose, aka JV Beta. And yo, man, big shout out to these people that's out here buying subscribers. Yo, shit, I only got 165. Show me the fountain so I can drink.
You already know.
shout out to the haters, man. Shout out to the haters that always love talking out the side of their ass about how the next man ain't gaming. Like, shout out to the dudes that claim they straight but's worrying about another man that got another man on your mind. Shout out to y'all. Because without y'all wouldn't fuel motherfuckers with 1,000 views, 1,000 subscribers to keep doing what he do. You giving people out here fuel. Y'all the batteries, and we appreciate y'all. What else? Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all all are amazing. Shout out to the gamers. Shout out to everyone. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be live streaming a lot this weekend, and that's pretty much it. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm gone.
That's what's up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Mario, are you talking?
Yo, Mr. Official.
Yo,
He got quiet as
Kev,
hell.
you've been MIA this podcast, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm focusing on something. What is going on, PlayStation Nation? You know, I wasn't as much as talkative, but I'm out here. I hear your words. Very great conversation tonight with everybody. Yo, much appreciative. Shout out to the Gamer Wives, Mrs. Official, shit. Everybody in the chat, DemiGodReviews, my Chi-Town brethren, Nicodemus X, Kylan Watson. I was gonna say more, but fuck it, you know.
Damn.
Just
Damn,
everybody
bro.
who in the chat, man. Much appreciative for y'all taking the time out to listen to us, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Yo, everybody go subscribe to my man, but fuck it. The best name on YouTube. You know what I mean?
You enjoy saying that a little too much, bro. You sound a little suspect.
Nah,
We gonna
man,
talk.
that's my man right there, yo. I do.
What's in it for the jokes, man?
He show support. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely does show support.
He shows support. But yo, man, big shout out to all the bots in the chat right now, typing it up. Definitely really appreciate you guys coming through to another podcast. Fun doing this one, even though we had, you know, a very sparse number of news. You know what I mean? But it was definitely fun still, you know, talking about, you know, PlayStation. Even though we went to Microsoft a little bit this week.
A lot of it
this week. Also, make sure if you guys want to participate in the Street Fighter V tournament, please pay attention to the challenge.com website. You know, I've been posting the website every day. I've been asking people to post their fighter IDs or their PSNs within the discussions area. Not the Facebook groups, guys. The discussions area. Because I just want a one-stop shop to get everybody's information, so you know, Mike can do the chart for everybody. Because we do have a lot of new people joining in the tournament. Also, speaking of tournaments, yo, big shout out to my man Upchuck Gaming. Make sure you subscribe to Upchuck and show him your support. He's going to be participating in EVO this year, and he got an early fight on Saturday, I think at 8 p.m. Hopefully his fight will be streamed, so you know what I mean, we can watch it and you know show that support.
Somebody better be taping you, yo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We gonna hold up the hands for our man Chuck, give him this spirit bomb energy real quick. You know what I mean? So he can, you know what I'm saying, get out of there, get out, you know what I'm saying, get out of pools and get to these top 8 in the finals. You know what I mean? But nah, Chuck is definitely.
Yo, this Dow Zimmer's on point.
Street fight, especially with his sim. His sim is real annoying to fight, but yeah, I do think Chuck will do well in there if he just gets out the corner. Don't go in the corner, Chuck. Get out that corner, bro. But nah, big shout out to my man Chuck, man. It's definitely cool to see somebody that, you know, we know, you know, participate in a big tournament like that. Also, big shout out to everybody in the Facebook group, PlayStation Nation All-Stars. We've been getting a lot of new people joining up. But like I said, every week, we definitely do our research, you know, before, you know, adding you in. You know what I mean? We look for certain things a profile should have. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no profile pic and you just create an account Tuesday, most likely you will not be getting in. You know what I mean? But yo, definitely big shout out to the group, PlayStation Nation All Stars. Also, make sure you tune in to whatsupplaystation.com to get your PlayStation news and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Oh, big shout out to all the bots that subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it.
To the bots, dog.
Shouts out to the bots.
You know what I mean? It took me 2 years, you know what I mean, to get to 1,000 due to these bots, you know, subscribing at increment time periods.
Just cats with 88,000 subs, they only getting 3K views. These cats really don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy out here, because one person that don't really care. I mean, nobody can say that they don't care about views. You want your stuff to be watched, but I'm one person that I don't. None of my videos you see me asking for views. You don't ever hear me asking you to subscribe or even like my video. The most you will hear from me that I ask for from people is when I ask a question, is to comment in the comment section to see your opinions on what I just asked. But it's just crazy how people can make up just lies like that when it comes to people. You know what I mean? Yo, one dude is posting up like, yo man, how you got 1,000 subscribers? And on your gameplay videos that normally people on YouTube don't watch, you only got 30 views.
Yo, shout out to the guy that said it wasn't possible for somebody that has a preference that prefers PlayStation. It's not possible for them to get 1,000 subs. Dumbass.
Yo, that's crazy, son. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what is one thing on YouTube, especially this sector of YouTube, the gaming sector, that people usually don't watch? Gameplay. But do I really care about that? I'm still gonna post what I post. You know what I'm saying? Because I use YouTube as like an archive. You know what I mean? Because I don't want all that stuff to store to my PlayStation. So I'm like, okay, here's a multiplayer match, or here's a whatever gameplay. It's on my channel.
That social blade, though. You better, you don't have YouTube.
It's crazy though, because when I usually do like a commentary video, like I'm talking about a subject, I would get like 200 to 300 views on my channel. But if I do like just a gameplay, you see low number. You see like 50, 40 views sometimes on my channel.
Nobody want to watch gameplay. All these gamers in the world want to watch drama, man. Look.
Yeah, but they looking at those specific gameplay only videos instead of the ones that have the commentary or me talking about something.
Yo, look, if y'all want to see some gameplay, come on over to my channel. Subscribe.
You don't play no games. Stop it.
You right.
Or the people who hide their trophies, or say shit like, "Oh well, I ain't got the game no more."
Shout out to the people that's dodging them Street Fighter 5 ass whoopings.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we need to talk about in the gaming sector. People, it's 2 days now.
Them drivers still don't work.
It's been about a month since Titanfall challenge.
People talking about PC Master Race.
Can't get them drivers up and running.
And drivers ain't working. Yo, you made a great point too, Jalisa. You know what I mean? Everybody hypes up EA Access, talking about EA Access the greatest service. But if I go in a specific Facebook group and say, yo, let's play this Titanfall.
Like I did 2 weeks ago.
Cricket.
Like I did 2 weeks ago.
It's
wasted my damn money. Wasted my damn money.
I don't understand it. How you hyping up EA Access?
Other than Jamil.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all love, man. And I had a blast laughing at these comments, man. To keep them coming. It's definitely something that I look forward to, hearing people. Because one thing with me,
Timbo's funny.
one thing with me, I can definitely roast you back. And when I roast you back, that's when people leave groups.
Oh no!
Everything.
Hey, shout out to two left shoes.
You know what? You gotta stop being a better man. Everything must burn.
Now I'm gonna go back to my old days where I just roast cats.
Shout out to two left shoes.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, it's all love though, man. But yo, episode 85 is in the books. And with all podcasts, we end with.
Yo, if you play Pokemon Go, be sure to go as a group and look for the missing Xbox One cells. They're legendary creatures,
Oh,
and they are
shit.
out there somewhere. Somebody go find them Scorpios and them Xbox One cells and get them some exclusives. Also, exclusives are out there. They're at the gym. Find them. Gotta catch them all.
Oh no!
Damn, if exclusives were gym badges on for the Xbox One, I got 5 gym badges. I got 5 gym badges right now.
Hey yo, exclusives on the Xbox One is like rare candy.
Oh shit! You couldn't buy red candy until where was that? Vermilion City?
You gotta go to that. What's that island that start with a C? Is it
Cerulean? No, not Cerulean.
Nah,
Cinnabar, yeah, Cinnabari City. I know what you're
Cinnabar
talking about.
Island.
Yeah, Cinnabar Island.
And walk up and down.
Yeah.
So you can get that colorful Pokemon, the shiny Pokemon, and when you kill them, everything in your 4th item, it multiplies to 99. So that's where you put the rare candy at. You know what I mean?
Man, that's just.
And if that don't work, they giving away Xbox Ones and eggs, but you have to walk 9 million kilometers to get it.
Damn.
Oh no, not the kilometers.
Yes, you gotta put it in the incubator.
Xbox One Go.
You can also earn those on Xbox Fitness. Wait a minute. No, you can't.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. With all podcasts, we end with, and we got Deuce.
Yo. Y'all stupid, man. Oh shit. Yeah, you can't even end the podcast, can you?
All right.
That was funny. We still live, but I'm hollering at y'all, yo.